Consider the names that define modern wealth: Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Gautam Adani. These figures dominate the global economy, yet they sit entirely outside the traditional path to success. While most of the world follows a prescribed route to security, these outliers identified a specific societal trap and successfully navigated around it. That trap is a sequence we are taught to view as a formula for a good life. Maintain perfect attendance, memorize the syllabus, secure the degree, get the job, then immediately take on the debt for a house and a car. This sequence is marketed as the only way to achieve stability, but the math tells a different story. By locking you into high-interest debt and fixed employment, it ensures you remain a passenger in your own financial life. Today, a student can spend 15 years in this system, earning multiple postgraduate degrees, only to graduate into a world of professional rejection and societal judgment. For many, the result is a cycle of dependency. They take a low-paying job out of necessity, only for their income to be instantly consumed by loan interest and tax obligations. This is the entrance to IIT Bombay. Even in the nation's most elite engineering programs, the promise is breaking. Dozens of students at campuses like this and IIT Delhi now finish their studies with no job offers at all. This economic dead end takes a heavy psychological toll. It leads to deep isolation and a collapse of self-esteem, as young people wonder why the path they were promised has led to nowhere. When this many people follow the rules and still fail, we have to look past the individuals and examine the origin of the rules themselves. The modern classroom has its roots in 1806, following a humiliating defeat for the Prussian army. Napoleon's forces won because the Prussian soldiers had been trained to use their own judgment on the battlefield. This led to a lack of cohesion and a total breakdown of the chain of command. To prevent this from ever happening again, Prussian leaders designed an 8-year compulsory education system. Its purpose was to produce a population that would follow instructions without hesitation. A few decades later, the Industrial Revolution created a different kind of crisis. As machines replaced manual farming, the wealthy elite needed a new type of labor. Factory owners needed millions of people who were willing to sit at these tables for 12 hours a day, performing repetitive, mindless tasks. The Prussian schooling model was perfect for this. It was adopted globally to condition children to believe that their only future was to trade their time for a wage in a factory. The system succeeded. It created a world of manageable, obedient workers, but it did so by systematically suppressing the traits required to be a wealth creator. In 1835, the British faced a demographic problem in India. Thousands of rulers had to maintain control over a population of millions. Thomas Babington Macaulay proposed a solution through the English Education Act of 1835. Macaulay was explicit. He wanted to create a class of people who were Indian in appearance, but English in their tastes and opinions, a class of clerks and soldiers who would be loyal to the British Crown. This psychological conditioning was incredibly effective. It taught the colonized that their highest moral duty was to follow rules written by people who did not have their best interests in mind. History shows us that our modern schools weren't built for enlightenment or financial independence. They were built to make a massive population easier to manage. Even today, admissions to the most prestigious schools are celebrated as family triumphs, as if the 19th century promise still holds. But look at what happens inside. Children with endless curiosity are funneled into a rigid syllabus, where following the curriculum is rewarded and independent thinking is penalized with lower marks. 65% of India's youth population is jobless. The skills taught simply do not match what the modern world needs. And a highly educated domestic engineer often earns 10 times less than an American truck driver. Applying factory-style discipline to a digital economy doesn't lead to prosperity. It leads to a life defined by the fear of being replaced and the stress of working for someone else's dream. The modern economy is no longer looking for obedient workers or graduates who only know how to take a test. It rewards those who can solve problems that a textbook can't predict. Knowledge has been democratized. High-value skills can now be learned online, directly from people who have already achieved what you want to do, for a fraction of the cost of a degree. For students and parents, this means deprioritizing the mark sheet. Take a gap year, explore different industries, find out your actual interests before committing your life to a debt cycle. You can stay on the conveyor belts and hope the 200-year-old promise finally works for you. Or you can step off today and start building your own path.